the girls were fighting in episode 86 of Beyond the Gate. So Nicole finally got her hands on Miss Dana Leslie Thomas. And this is after she had to sit through Dana lying about attacking and hurting Laura, and then her telling Nicole that she didn't need her daughter in their house to get Teddy's DNA. If you watch the episode, you know. About time. Like, I knew this was going to happen. And whenever I chatted with Daphne a while back, she was like, there's some stuff coming up that, yeah, like Nicole finally gets hers. And so I was so happy to see this happen. Of course, in Orphe Jeans, where Leslie is always making a scene. Now, before Miss Dana Leslie had a chat with Nicole, her and Haley were talking, and Haley tried to pretend like we have nothing in common, et cetera, et cetera. I have friends. And Dana said, Where are these friends? You and I have a lot in common, and if you would just embrace being the pariah that you are, we could get some stuff accomplished in Fairmont Crest. TBD if that happens or not. And then this scene, I was so sad to see because a few weeks back you saw Kat helping Eva, and there's this scene where Eva's like, there's this accreditation thing that keeps on popping up like a warning. And Kat's like, oh no, it's fine. Well, we know it wasn't fine. And she did this to show her dad that Eva is not up to the task to take care of his business, because now they have to pay a fine to go through the reaccreditation process. But I love this little back and forth between them. And I really hope that eventually they come to an understanding that, yes, you're sisters. And for all those who have a theory out there, perhaps they're full sisters, but we'll talk about that later. And then I love Shanice, but I was not about that. I was not about that right there. Like, take him into an office. Also, don't ask your subordinate about their personal life. Yes, you are free to date Derek, etc., etc. But like, no, just bring that. I'm Team Ashley in this instance for this. Like, she had all the right in the world to be upset that her supervisor was asking her about her personal relationships. Now, is Ashley going to break HIPAA and tell everyone that Haley, and by everyone I mean Naomi or Danny, that Haley did not get an ultrasound like she pretended to, and that she's probably not pregnant? TBD on that, but Haley showed up to the hospital for this fake pregnancy that she's parading around, and was oblivious to what was happening with Ashley and Derek and Shanice. So yeah, I'm just ready for Haley's world to come crashing down, and perhaps she will come running back to Miss Dana Leslie Thomas to be the villain that we all know she is, despite her saying she wasn't intending to be a villain. And finally, I was Miss Pamela in this scene. Like, Andre, he came bursting into Danny's house to complain about how she was acting with them last night on the day that he was having with Ashley. And you know how I feel about this, so I'm not going to waste any more of my breath. He doesn't pay any bills. Don't walk into my house acting like you own stuff just because you're dicking me down. No.